This Harley-Davidson Road Glide comes equipped with an air-cooled twin-cam 88 engine, 1,450 cubic centimeters, capable of producing 67 horsepower at 5,200 RPMs. Nominal torque is 79 foot-pounds at 3,300 RPMs. This twin-cam 88 does not have a carburetor system, but rather an electronic fuel injection system. 5-speed manual transmission, disc brakes, 2 discs in the front, 1 disc in the back, with a belt drive. Came equipped with air suspension. It has been replaced with spring suspension since. With the 5.5 gallon fuel tank, using 89 octane rating gasoline, I have seen this vehicle churn out 37 miles per gallon. This makes a maximum range of about 200 miles per tank. Before any road trip, I ensure that both the front and rear tires are pressurized to 40 psi. For both the front and rear tire, I use Dunlops. I believe the stereo system on this Road Glide is the original Kenwood radio system with satellite and Bluetooth capabilities. The speakers have been replaced once in my ownership. The fine folks at Audio Edge in Nederland replaced the speakers, and it has delivered amazing quality since. Sadly, at this point, one of the speakers has already been blown out because of my overusage of them. I hope to get that replaced real soon. As stated previously, the original air suspension system was replaced with Legend 135 springs on both the front and rear systems. As I understand it, an air system may give you a smoother ride, and for the heavier bikes, that may be better. But since the previous air system was not effective at all during my ownership, I cannot have a definite say on that matter. But I can definitely say that the Spring Legends 135s have delivered a great Sportster-like feel to this great touring bike. And it has been very reliable, and it has kept my tires on the ground throughout my entire ownership. Other electronic features on this bike include electric start and cruise control. Already customized on this vehicle before my ownership were additional headlights in front of the touring forks that I can manually control with the switch on the far right. That is a very handy feature to have, especially when you are touring the backwoods and the country roads late at night or very early in the morning. As you may have already seen in this video, I have already had to ride through some construction on Highway 73. At this point in the video, I'm on Highway 69 northbound heading up towards Beaumont. Even though there's a nice stretch of road without any construction, there were still some patches on the road from previous works. Not my favorite thing in the world to get around. However, I will be very happy and glad when the interchange of Highway 69 and Highway 73 that I just passed by is fully completed. As we're going up Highway 69, we're going in between the borders of a couple of cities. We will go through Port Arthur. Then at one point we'll have Port Arthur on our left side and Nederland on our right side. Then as we go further, we'll get more into Beaumont. Just beyond the bank building to the right, you will see Target, which leads to Central Mall. I remember vividly as a teenager hanging out with my friends out there and watching a couple of movies. The movie theater is still there, and there's still quite a few stores to shop around. but it has not gone back to its heyday of the 90s, which I am sorry to say. Ever since online shopping became a thing, I fear that a lot of American malls are on the downwind, which is a shame. Now up here on the right, we're in Nederland, and we just passed by the shed for Audio Edge, where again I had my speakers replaced. I will visit them very shortly in the future. Over this overpass to the left, you will find Jack Brooks Regional Airport, call sign KBPT, formerly known as Southeast Texas Regional Airport, formerly known as Jefferson County Airport. 2 airlines used to run out of this airport to connect to either Houston or Dallas. Nowadays, it's just American Airlines, the American Eagle connection, connecting people from here to Dallas-Fort Worth, DFW. As I understood it for a while, United Airlines actually sent a bus to pick up people from that airport and shuttle them over to Bush Intercontinental in Houston, KIAH. I'm not sure if they're there right now. I haven't been to that airport in a while. I'm sorry, I haven't been inside that airport in a while. Truth be told, I've only flown out of that airport once in my life. Make no mistake, if any excuse comes up for me to fly out of there again, I will do it in a heartbeat. Those American ERJ 135s were such a joy to fly in. That video of that flight is actually my first in-flight video on this channel. You can find it right here on this channel, on my in-flight playlists. This is one of my favorite stretches of 69 because it is a straight shot from North Port Arthur and Nederland straight to Beaumont with very little obstruction or problems. But up on this highway there are a few features. On the left up here you will find the Minnie Rogers Correctional Facility. But across the highway from it, on the right here, is the construction of the area's most recent development. They are constructing an ammonia plant right across from the correctional facility, only adding more to our industrial power here in the Golden Triangle, which is already known as the energy capital of the nation. How did the Golden Triangle get its name? Well, first, let's go back to January 1901. There's a little oil field called Spindletop located in present-day Beaumont. It was at this time in January 1901 that the oil rigs struck gold as the oil wells exploded with a ton of oil and just kept on coming and has been on coming ever since. And now the petrochemical industry has expanded to not only Beaumont but also to Port Arthur and Orange. And all 3 of these cities, Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Orange, were pretty much within 30 miles of each other. And as the petrochemical industry grew into the area and along the Gulf Coast, Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Orange became known as the Golden Triangle for its massive expansion into the petrochemical industry. We are about to exit Highway 69 and get onto MLK Parkway in Beaumont, which will take us right by Lamar University. Now, a little bit about Lamar University. Let's talk about its namesake first. Lamar University was named after Mirabeau B. Lamar. He is known as the 2nd president of the Republic of Texas, but he also believed in a very strong education system for Texas. Now, thanks to his efforts in the education system and for establishing a fund for Texas public education, Maribou B. Lamar is known as the father of Texas education. And when Lamar University was founded, they took his name as their namesake. Lamar University's enrollment numbers have increased significantly over the last few years, from 9,800 in 2006 to 15,460 in 2019. When I am touring on this motorcycle, I tend to listen to the SiriusXM satellite radio channel called Red, White, and Blues, which offers a great mix of old country, new country, and classic rock. I brought the cruising bars shortly after I purchased the motorcycle. Very simple, yet very effective and very necessary for long touring. It allows you to stretch your legs so they do not seize up or spaz out when you dismount or at any other time while you are riding. So if you intend to go on long motorcycle rides, get a good set of cruise bars so you can stretch out your legs and take the stress off of them as you are riding. On the dashboard of the fairing, you see gauges for voltage coming out of the stator, oil pressure, the air temperature, and fuel. The speedometer and tachometer are attached to the driving fork. As far as operational controls, on your right thumb you will have the engine on and off switch and the starter switch. as well as the right blinker and cruise control. For the left thumb, you will find the horn, high beam and low beams for the headlights, the left blinker, and controls for the radio as well. The downtown area of Beaumont has undergone some major renovations in recent years. The new event center can hold many different fundraising and other events and accommodate a large amount of people, even for a small graduation ceremony. Also in downtown, which you'll see later, is some new restaurants along Crockett Street. Also in downtown are the old traditional features, including the theater that houses the Symphony of Southeast Texas, the Julie Rogers Theater. I've had the great honor of seeing and performing many events in that venue myself. The Julie Rogers Theater is coming up in this video as we speak. You will see it on the right. A fantastic layer of class in this building right here. Perfect for the symphony and other performing arts events. That's the building on the right. We are approaching Crockett Street. Off screen to the left is Jefferson Theater, a movie theater with an old school feel that can also hold small concerts as well. Crockett Street is on the right, including a newly opened restaurant called the Riverside Grill, which I personally recommend. If you want to have a night on the town with a fantastic dinner, the Riverside Grill is your way to go. As we conclude our trip, we will pass by the Methodist Church on the left and the Episcopal Church on the right. The Episcopal Church is our destination today. I hope you enjoyed riding with us today. Have a great day, be blessed, and we'll see you on the next ride.